The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The Philippine response team in Turkey has rescued at least 10 people in Adiyaman last week. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council also reported that the 82-member contingent retrieved over 120 dead individuals from collapsed structures and cleared some 36 collapsed buildings. The team, who arrived on February 9 in Turkey, has also provided medical attention to more than 300 survivors. The death toll from the 7.8 magnitude earthquake that struck Turkey and Syria has climbed past 45,000. Now, in other news, President Bongbong Marcos says some investment deals from his foreign trips have started to materialize. His remark came after he met with the Trade Department and the Office of the Presidential Assistant on Investment and Economic Affairs. Trade Secretary Fred Pascual said 116 projects worth around 3.5 trillion pesos were generated from Marcos Jr.'s trips.
I can already report that some of the MOUs that we signed in Indonesia and in Singapore, meron ng resulta. And in fact, I think in the next couple of weeks, we will be starting to inaugurate some of these projects already.
The president said they will now consolidate the deals and determine what needs to be done so the projects could move forward.
We're moving very quickly to, as I say, make sure that while the Philippines is still top of mind of these investors, that we immediately explore those opportunities and take advantage of the contacts that we made during these trips.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. Here's to watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. China is claiming that third parties are trying to stir tensions between Beijing and Philippines following the laser incident off Ayungin Shoal. Maricel Halili with the report.
This is Philippine Coast Guard, BRP Tarasamang Banwa, MRRV 9701. You are sailing within Philippine Exclusive Economic Zone.
This was the radio challenge of the Philippine Coast Guard on a Vietnamese-flagged fishing vessel caught fishing in Recto Bank last February 9. Recto Bank is in the West Philippine Sea and is within our exclusive economic zone. After the warning, the foreign vessel immediately left our territory. The Foreign Affairs Department says this is part of the efforts to increase the country's presence in our EEZ, following the Chinese Coast Guard's alleged use of a military-grade laser against the Philippine Coast Guard in Ayungin Shoal.
No less than the President has called attention serious concern about the increasing frequency and intensity of actions that are happening in West Philippine Sea.
However, China insists that only a handheld laser was used and that it was only meant to measure the speed and distance of other vessels.
It was not military-grade laser. That's actually this ship, the Chinese Coast Guard ship, is not equipped with any military-grade lasers. What they used was just the kind of laser speed detector.
The DFA has since stood by the account of the Philippine Coast Guard and has called on China to refrain from disrupting peace in the region.
We're calling on China that to cease and restrain from this action kasi hindi lang ho ito damaging, this dangerous, it is also destabilizing in terms of the peace and stability in the region.
But for Ambassador Wang Silian, there are other parties seeking to steer trouble between the Philippines and China.
Whenever China-Philippines relations are improving, there are always some forces inciting trouble. Whenever there is an instance at sea, what they do is not to persuade and promote negotiation and peace, but to provoke confrontations.
On the diplomatic front, Daza said the Philippines and China were able to talk this week about some maritime concerns. However, the DFA has yet to give details on their discussion. For News 5, Maricel Halili, We Are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. The Interior Department has directed the National Police to conduct a manhunt operation following the ambush of Lanao del Sur official. Governor Mamintal Alontong Adyong Jr. survived, but 4 of his security escorts were killed on Friday. In weather, Pagasa says a low-pressure area near Davao City will continue to bring rains over Mindanao and Visayas, as well as in some parts of Luzon. The LPA, though, has a low chance of developing into a tropical cyclone in the next few days. And the Philippine Statistics Authority finds that over 14% of Filipinos are under live-in arrangements as of 2020, higher than the 9% logged in 2015. It also reported that the percentage of unmarried Filipinos has dropped to 40% from 43%. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.